This is what pisses me off about women, because as a therapist, I am fighting for my life, trying to get women to value themselves, to use their brains for love instead of their hearts. Like, the biggest scam that women have fell for is to use your emotions when men are using their brains. The reason why women are not winning the battle of the sexes is because men have convinced us to use our hearts, our emotions, our empathy, and they're using their brains. They're going to win every single time. I ask women all the time, if you're so much smarter than him, if he's so stupid and he's so this and he's so that, why are you over here crying and tore up and he's out here key and living his best life, having a good time? Because he's convinced you to use your heart. What about love? What about this? What about that? When they're over here out strategizing, putting themselves first, thinking about themselves only, and we over here using our hearts to make mental decisions that our emotions are not qualified to make. I'm tired of telling y'all to value yourselves. So many times women end up with the short end of the stick because they're letting their heart make mental decisions. The heart is not qualified to make these decisions. Using your heart to make educational decisions is a scam. It's a scam set up by Todd. Please do not do that. Like, use your brain. Please, when you are making decisions for your life, who you're going to partner with, who you're going to have your children with, who you're going to allow to move into your home, or who you're going to set up your future with, your heart is not the one to consult. Love is fake. You could be in love with a person that's totally wrong for you. You could be completely in love with a person who is abusive, narcissistic, self-centered, on and on and on. What do love got to do with it? These are not the decisions that need to be made with your heart, okay? Please, ladies, please. Use your brains that God gave you. Why do you think that you have that intuition? Why do you think you have that inner voice? Why do you think that narcissists work so hard to get you to stop trusting yourself? Stop trusting your gut and trust them instead, because they know that if you trust your gut, if you use your brain that God gave you, you will be miles ahead. Patriarchy is not the natural order of things. They have to convince women to conform to that. They have to convince society that men are smarter. If you go to any elementary school, preschool, whatever, they'll say the girls are way more advanced than the guys. The girls are way ahead of the boys and da-da-da-da. When does that change? The gag is it never does. It literally never does. The only thing that gives men the one up on ladies is that we've used religion, culture, society, patriarchy, misogyny, or whatever to convince women to take a back seat to men and to convince women to be the sideshow to his main character. When you're sitting up here telling me how stupid this man is, how many times you've caught him doing the same thing over and over again because he's not even smart enough to not get caught, but yet you're still the one sitting here in therapy crying. Why do we care what a loser thinks? Move on. Move on. I'm sorry. I know it sounds harsh. Your baby daddy is a loser. Your relationship with that narcissist is not going to get better. I would like you to cut your losses and move on. And the only problem with that is you feel like you have given more than you have received. And you're hoping that if you stay longer, that you will eventually recoup your losses. The only way you can recoup your losses is to get up from the table and get the fuck out of there now. Reclaim your mind, get your sanity back, get out of his delulu world of whatever he's convinced you of, and move on with your life. Cut your losses and go. You can move on now, you can move on 2 years from now, but he's slowly draining the life out of you. Everybody can see it but you. And the only reason, and you can see it too, and you can feel it too. The only reason why you don't is because every time when your heart and your stomach, your conscience, your intuition tells you that this is wrong, something's wrong, he's not treating you right, you go back to him and give him the opportunity to manipulate you some more. Please convince me of why not to trust myself at all and to only trust you. And a narcissist will always take you up on that offer. If you give them the space and room to convince you that what you know and feel is wrong and they are right, they'll take you up on it every time. And here you are stuck in a cycle of perpetual nonsensicalness by Boo Boo the clown and you're Boo Boo the fool going along with it. Because you gave him you gave him space and opportunity to tell you some fable and you bought it hook, line, and sinker. And you know what? He doesn't think, oh, she's such a good woman for how she takes care of me. She's such a good woman for how she looks after me. I should be good to her. He thinks, look at how good I am at convincing this fool to stick with me. I'm the man. Like literally, that's what the thought process is. Not how good of a woman you are, but how good of a trickster they are. They're patting themselves on the back for you being stupid. And here you are praying to God, asking him to give you a sign. He ain't going to answer. Because he done told you 50,011 times